Welcome back, everyone. We have Brandon Fischer here, Allen County Health Commissioner. Welcome, Brandon.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And today let's start out with some vaccinations, like information about vaccinations. Very important.
Yeah, it's important to go out and get vaccinated, especially as we're getting into winter respiratory season, flu vaccines, COVID vaccines, but also a new RSV vaccine for pregnant women and individuals over the age of 60 are important to get. RSV is a disease that can impact young children pretty severely, put them in the hospital. So if you're pregnant, 32 to 36 weeks, it's a good idea to get vaccinated for RSV. You can provide that protection to the infant. It's a new vaccine that's out on the market, but also for grandparents over 60, that RSV can impact them, but they can also spread that RSV to the grandchild. So anything you can do to protect yourself or protect your grandchildren is always something good to do.
Definitely. And we've been living with COVID now for quite some time, but there are still vaccinations for COVID as well. Can you explain that as well?
Yeah, so there's a new updated vaccine for COVID. It's designed for the strain that's currently spreading around, so it works pretty good to limit the effects of COVID. So it's a one shot and done for the year. You can come to our department and get the shot, or you can go to any pharmacy and get it. There is a program for individuals who don't have insurance that would be able to get that at no cost to them. Otherwise, it should be covered by your insurance at no cost to you. And it does provide good protection. And the biggest thing with the vaccine at this point is it takes a wild disease and makes it mild. So you may still catch the disease, but it hopefully will not impact you as bad as...
Brandon, I like that. A wild disease that makes it mild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wild to mild. I like that. And of course, the flu vaccination. We've been doing that for a very long time now, so we're kind of used to that one.
Yes, and that's one that you have to do every year. The flu is a virus that it changes every year, and it's always good to get yourself that protection. October to about December to get yourself protection takes about 2 weeks to get protected from that. And really, this year so far, we're seeing really good protection from the flu vaccine, from hospitalization. Of the hospitalizations that we've seen in Allen County, everyone that's been hospitalized has not had the flu vaccine there. So it's one of those that we tend to see that more often than not, if you're not vaccinated for flu, you're more likely to be hospitalized, but it's always good to go out and get that and protect yourself as we get into the holiday gathering season.
Right, so the vaccines are really out there. It doesn't mean you're not going to get it,
right?
But at least the outcome of the situation might not be so bad.
Right, and that's the whole point with some of these vaccines where you have to go and get them every so often. There's some vaccines that they protect from the disease for lifelong protection. Some of these diseases that are constantly spreading, you need to get those boosters to try to protect from what the changes of the virus took place over the course of the year.
Right, okay, and then changing a little bit, going over to the, let's say, the restaurant business, and what do we need for that? Precautions, whatever.
So one thing that our agency does is we go out to different restaurants and look and do inspections with the facilities and work with managers in those facilities. So when we want to make sure that not only you're being protected from on the front with vaccines, but when you go out to eat or go to grocery stores and get food, that you're getting safe food, that you're able to not end up with a stomach disease that puts you down for a weekend. So it's a big thing where we work with the restaurant owners and the workers in the restaurant to make sure that they're properly cooking the food, storing the food, cooling it down, heating it back up. And it's an important thing that we do to make sure that everyone in the community is protected. Trust that you're getting the food that's quality, but also keeps you safe.
I enjoy hearing that, I will say, because I want to make sure that my food is always safe for me to eat, and I'm sure that's a big operation that you're going around from restaurant to restaurant. And do you have a lot of people on the force there?
It's 5-ish people that are going out, that are going to about 500 to 600 different facilities. Wow. And working with different managers. And it ranges from your gas stations that serve your hot dogs all the way up to your restaurants that heat food up, and they have to let them sit out as a buffet style. So there's all sorts of different things that they have to do to make sure that they're preparing the food and keeping it safe for everyone, that whether you're consuming it there or if it's the holiday season, you're going there to get the food and bringing it home for your celebration because you don't want to cook, that you can keep everyone that's eating that food safe.
Well, Brandon, I just want to say thank you for what you do. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
All right, so Brandon Fischer, Allen County Health Commissioner, thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
And don't go away because we have more when we return.